If anybody would like to speak on any of the agenda items, please fill out a blue card and give it to Miss Peggy, who sits right there on the corner. Before we get started, please, thank you. We got about 3 more minutes. Oh, you want to
Yeah, we're gonna switch. Shelly, here. Everybody smile.
Dr. Bendy. You good? Ms. Peggy? You're good? Dr. Bendy, you good? All right. Okay, let's call to order the Tuesday, September 10th, 2024 meeting of Contra Parish School Board. We're going to start with the prayer and pledge. Ms. Gay was not able to make it, so Reverend Wallace has agreed to fill in for her on that.
Please bow your heads. Father in heaven, we're grateful, and God, we thank you and we love you. And God, we just take this time today that we have it this week or this day to just say thank you for everything, God, that you've done, everything that you've brought, and even for the mere fact that you gave us life, you woke us up this morning. And so, God, as we're blessed to be here, we know that this time is purposed and ordained by you. We ask that you have your way, God, and guide us as we conduct the business, God, of which you've given us responsibility to. We ask that you guide our thoughts, guide our words, Lord, even our ears, that we will hear, God, and make the decisions necessary to move this district forward. We ask that you just bless this time, bless this place, and bless our families, God. We thank you in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, please. Dr. Van Meter?
Yes, sir. Ms. Ayo.
I'm here.
Mr. Bumgarner.
Here.
Mr. Brogan. Mr. Castile. Here. Ms. Fontenot.
Here.
Ms. Gay. Mr. Hardesty.
Here.
Ms. Hardy McReynolds.
Here.
Mr. Natale. Mr. O'Banion.
Here.
Mr. Pishon.
Here.
Mr. Roberts. Mr. Tarver.
Here.
Reverend Wallace.
Here.
Dr. Washington.
Present.
You have a quorum.
All right, need a motion and a second on approval of the minutes from the 13th. Down there, Mr. Hartstein, second. Down there, Mr. O'Banion. All, any questions about the minutes? All right, all in favor of approval, say aye. All opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. Presentations number 4A, 4H presentations. Armin Wilson. Is that the winner? Somebody,
Well, we're going to start with Ms. Cantrell, and then she'll probably bring up.
all right, go ahead.
I'll just introduce him. He's the star of the show. I'm just kind of here. My name is Jennifer Cantrell. If I haven't met you yet, before I joined in Calcasieu Parish, I have been here over a decade, and we come here once a year to speak to y'all about how grateful we are for the relationship that 4-H has, being co-curricular with the schools. 4-H typically has between 1,200 and 1,600 members within your schools. We are in right about 48 of them at the time. Every month we go and we present curriculum-based, research-based lessons, as well as offer the opportunities that we offer outside of the school. So that's where our leadership begins to grow, getting them involved in things like different workshops we have, contest days, public speaking, livestock programs, horsemanship programs, shooting sports, outdoors programs, and it's because of the relationship we have with y'all. So tonight, I brought a very special guest, Mr. Armand Wilson from Washington Marion High, and he's gonna talk a little bit about his 4-H experience and what it means to him that we do have this relationship and keep it in the schools for us.
Good evening. Like she said, my name is Armand Wilson. I attend the best high school in Lake Charleston, in my opinion, Washington Marion Magnet High School. First off, I want to say thank you all for supporting us. It's truly appreciated. I'm in a lot of different clubs and organizations, and I've learned to be a servant leader. And I feel like that's what we need most in these point of days. You know, we have a saying in Washington Marion, it's so many chiefs and not a lot of Indians. It is so true because everybody wants to be the boss, but sometimes you just have to fall back and help somebody else and let somebody else lead. And so 4-H has helped me, and by y'all helping our 4-H program, it's helped me to become a better leader and also given me a recent travel opportunity. I went to North Carolina alongside my 4-H agent, Ms. Carrie Lane and Mr. Brennan Uze, the best agents, and Ms. Jennifer. And I presented a workshop on how to develop your own 4-H program in your parish. And so it was very successful. We flew to North Carolina, my third time being on a plane. It was awesome. It was a good time. And so I truly want to say thank you all again for supporting, because you're not only supporting the 4-H program, but you're supporting the future of Calcasieu Parish.
Do you have any questions? Go ahead.
Mr. Wilson, we thank you for your presentation, and we just want to thank you for your servanthood in so many different capacities, but not just serving, but being a light. And so we appreciate your services throughout the district, and especially as it relates to 4-H. So thank you for all that you do, and also those that sponsor you as well, because you take time out of your life and your schedules as well. And so we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cantrell. Moving on, 4B is Gillis Elementary Beta Club. Who we got on that?
Ms. Askew.
We want to thank the board and also Dr. Van Meter. I'm Ms. Askew and I'm the principal at Gillis Elementary. Our sponsor for Beta is Ashley Taylor. These children traveled to Savannah, Georgia. They competed in an array of national competition that focused on visual arts, animation, literacy, construction, team building, speaking, and listening skills. Our Gillis Beta came home with the 3 national wins, which is the most national wins in the history of the club. Congratulations to Adeline Duhon, who won the national title in black and white photography. Congratulations to Josh Taylor. Kellen Lott, and Luke Eastwood, who placed second in the nation with their stop motion video presentation in the Creation and Animation National Exhibit category. Lastly, we would like to congratulate Gillis Elementary Club Trading Pin Team, which is comprised of Josh Taylor, Brooklyn Attels, Waylon Lorette, Adeline Juhan, Clara Thetford, Ryder Buford, and Kellen Lott. They placed 7th in the nation with their club trading pin design. We are so proud of our Gillis Beta, and we're looking forward to a fantastic school year representing the district and leading by serving those around us. Congratulations.
Oh, do we have any parents of these guys in the audience?
Yes, sir.
Any parents? If there's any parents, y'all stand up. We can give these guys a round of applause too. All right, any questions or comments for Gillis? Okay, moving on. C, FK White Middle Beta Club. Mr. Clanton.
I'm very excited to have this opportunity to announce some national winners as well for FK White. I believe we have Ms. Carrie Broussard with us as sponsor, right? Thank you so much for your dedication and opportunity. I hand you those. Thank you. So we have 2 sets of winners, some 8th graders, and then we have a 7th grader that performed very well. So for our National Beta Club, our 8th graders placing 2nd overall in the Beta Junior Quiz Bowl. We have Elijah Campham, Colton Coward. Oh, you know what? Let's hold the applause till the end. Colton Coward, congratulations. We also have Matthew Duvall, and we have Jacob Cole. And they have one of the coolest trophies that I've seen all day. So now, give it up for the 8th graders. Yeah. Oh. Okay, excellent. And so one more, we have 7th grade social studies, 7th place overall. We have Mr. Matthew Duvall. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, actually, the quiz bowl coach is Miss Rebecca Cole. I'm just responsible. I just have to say, we have a wonderful group of parents that support us, and our administration is wonderful, and I'm very grateful to be the sponsor of Beta. We love each other. There we go. Wow.
All right, let's get the wonderful group of parents to stand up. Stand up, wonderful group of parents. Good job to you guys too. All right, any questions or comments for FK White? Okay. All good. Okay, moving on, 4D is JCI quarterly report. Go ahead, JCI.
Good evening. My name is Marcus Michon. I know a lot of you were probably expecting Mr. Ron McDaniel to be here. Ron had a knee procedure today, but he says he'll be at the LSU football game on Saturday, so I'm not feeling too sorry for him. In front of you, you'll have two reports. We'll have, both of them regard the ESSER projects that we started last year. One of them is a quick overview, which I'll touch on right now. The other one, you can take a look and just look at your leisure. It has some pictures and descriptions of items that we've done and some things that we're still working on. So real quick, if you turn to page 2, on the slide deck, you'll see the progress by the numbers. We identified 218 total projects, and of those, 36 were chillers, which totaled 4,520 tons. 32 are operational, 1 is awaiting startup, and 1 chiller is shipping this week. One is for Benton High. We will get that installed next week. We'll get that taken care of. We've completed 174 projects, which is a total of a little over 1,400 tons of cooling that were installed. We got some boilers that were installed and 57.5 horsepower of pumps that were installed in various locations. Of the projects that we have left, 23 are installed and running. The only thing that we're waiting on is insulation, and we've got our insulation crews running around. We'll get all that taken care of. And there's 19 fan coil units that just came in. We're going to be installing those at W.W. Lewis Middle starting next week. We were working with the principal there. We were trying to start this week, and she really would prefer us to wait until next week. So we've already got that coordinated. These ESSER funds need to be spent by September 30th. So we've got just a few weeks left to do, and we'll get that taken care of. That was all. Other than that, you'll see some before and after pictures that we had taken. That's also included in the report. But if you have any questions on that, I'll be happy to take those.
Any questions? Go ahead, Mr. Dijon.
So just to clarify, I know we have to have it spent by September 30th. I was actually going to ask that. No issue getting that done, right?
No, sir. We did sweat the Benton High chiller. It was held up at the border, but it came across and it's now on site. We'll get that taken.
Any other questions? Ms. Ayer?
Could you repeat your name again?
So the only one, the Benton High chiller,
No, repeat your name.
my name is Marcus Michon.
Anybody else? Okay, that's Dr. Washington, go ahead.
It's for Dr. Van Meter. Dr. Van Meter, was there an extension granted for the spending of ESSER funds? Was that granted?
We've got to have everything bought and paid for. And there's an extension on the paying for it. So from what I understand, this is not going to be an issue, right?
All right, no actions needed. That's for information purposes only. Thank you, guys. Moving on. All right, where are we at? 5, Superintendent's Report.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Van Meter.
So you've each received your Head Start report, and the emergency drills were conducted at each site. Early childhood professional development with Head Start pre-kindergarten staff was held on August 5th through 6th and the 9th at JFK Early Learning Center. Rebecca Freeman, Tamara Preston, and Ron Mole were the keynote speakers. Head Start home visits were conducted prior to students reporting to school. In 2024-2025, school readiness goals were discussed with parents. Head Start orientations were held at all sites, and all Head Start parents are required to participate in this orientation. You have received your school population report for September, reflecting the numbers of May 31st through August 31st. So end of the year last year to the first month this year. And I would like to report our August 2024 sales tax numbers for the general fund, which show collections at $498,224, or 3.2% above budget for the second month of the 24-25 fiscal year. Collections are $1,253,990, or 8.4% above collections for the same month last year. And after 2 months, collections were $775,693, or 2.6% above budget, and $178,511, or 0.06% below for the same period last year. Hurricane information was included in your packet, And you also received a questionnaire from our auditors called the Related Parties Questionnaire. It is required by the auditors, so please complete that and get that back to Ms. Peggy. You've also received an email regarding scheduling time for you to meet with the Leapfrog representative and give to Ms. Peggy to schedule that time. You have also received the 23-24 annual report, and our Public Information Department has done an excellent job of publicizing the good work that our district has done and accomplished this year, and it's an excellent summary of that work. So you should see that at your desk, as well as if you go online, we'll have that online for you as well. This month, officials from the Federal Emergency Management Agency and from both the regional and national level, as well as officials from the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness, visited the district and toured a school. And we were able to highlight the work that has been completed, as well as illustrate ways to expedite payment for that work that is yet to be completed. Mr. Bourne, our Chief Financial Officer, did an excellent job of facilitating this visit. Our warm body count was completed this past month for the 24-25 school year, and our warm body count for our K-12 students was 27,159, which was an increase of 159 students over the count from the same time last year. And this concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Van Meter. Any questions on the superintendent's report? Okay, seeing none, moving on. Item 6, we got nothing. Item 7, we got nothing. Item 8 is committee reports. We just have the C&I committee from August 27th. Go ahead, Mr. Natale.
Petoskey Parish School Board Curriculum and Instruction Committee met Tuesday, August 27th in the boardroom. C&I meeting was called to order at 5 p.m. by Aaron Natale, and a quorum was present. Superintendent Dr. Van Meter presented the board with item 1, which was a proposed theater supplement. After much discussion on the proposal, it was recommended to accept the theater supplement in the amount of $2,000 one person, as it was presented. I so moved on behalf of the committee.
All right, that motion coming from the committee does not require a second. Is there any discussion about the motion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. Back to Mr. Natale.
Next, Dr. Van Meter introduced Jessica Beto, teacher from Sulphur High School, with information regarding e-hall passes. After much discussion on the subject, the board members all agreed to send the e-hall passes back to staff, asking for more information on pricing and schools that are interested in participating. No action was taken. Mr. Chairman, this concludes the C&I committee.
All right, is there any more discussion about the committee report? So go ahead.
I would like to say that I went ahead and came back to y'all with information on e-hall pass. I know that's what you asked for. So schools that are for sure interested in using it, as well as the cost breakdown and a cost share. So you asked for that information. I kicked that back to you, as well as got some additional quotes to make sure that all these prices hold, and they absolutely do have to talk to the company. I would like to also say that one of the things that we have scheduled for next week, in conjunction with the local police department, the Benton Police Department has scheduled a demonstration for another product that does both the visitor check-in, which I was very interested in based off of that committee, as well as I was told it also does the hall pass type stuff, as well as a panic button as an app for teachers. I still have yet to see the demo from the company. Like I said, that's on Wednesday, so I'm planning to go taking a staff to that on Wednesday at the Benton Police Department. So just informing you of that as well.
Okay, no further action needed on that, right?
This is what you asked for in terms of the information. So I didn't hear a motion. If you want me to do the meeting on Wednesday and come back with more information, I can certainly do that, or you can approve what we have.
I think, considering there's no motion from the committee, proceed at your discretion. All right, that's the conclusion of the report. Okay, any more questions about the committee report? Okay, thank you. Moving on. Okay, take appropriate action. Item 9. Just so everybody knows, there's an updated agenda with A through I. So make sure you're looking at the agenda with A through I. The one in the book may have been, I think it was A through F or something. So A through I, that's what we're looking at. Starting on A, let's get a motion on A, approval to renew. So, motion, Mr. Castillo, second, Mr. McReynolds. That's a motion is to approve renewal of the Big Brothers Big Sisters Mentor You Program, $25,000. Any discussion about this? Go ahead, Dr. Wallace.
Just a quick question. I think Mr. Warren or whomever, just maybe about a month, maybe two ago, I had asked a question about the foster grandparent funding for Big Brother Big Sisters. And we were, I think we were supposed to get something to kind of update it because I was informed that funding was no longer available for the program. And I'm not sure what that standing is with Big Brother and Big Sister. So just wanted to know if we have a status or an update on the funding for foster grandparent program.
We'll follow up for you. Like I said, I know that the Mentor You is something that we've had for a while. This donation was kind of, or this agreement was kind of longstanding, but we can certainly check it out.
Yeah, that's something I asked about 2 months ago. So I know about this, but just wanted to make sure, just in case.
All right, no further questions? Okay, the motion is to renew. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Well, okay, B through I. Good. So we'll talk about them all, but B through I. Motion, Mr. Can we get a second? Second, Ms. Fondo. All right, A through I. So I'm going to read them. I'm going to read all these, and then we'll take them one at a time to discuss, and then we'll just vote on all of them. Okay. Actually, we're B through I. B through I. Approval of job descriptions for principals and assistant principals, school counselors. Approval of supplemental pay distribution 24-25. Approval of new policies JGCF and JGCFA. Behavioral health support for students. Approval of resolution to retain Stutes and Laverne Law Firm for sales tax dispute, Entergy, Louisiana. Approval of right-of-way, Entergy, FK White. Approval of cooperative endeavor agreement with Delta Sigma Theta. Consideration of ITEP Lottie Chemical. Approval of agreement with Studyville LLC, high dosage tutoring contract. Any questions about A? I'm sorry, we did A. Any questions about B? Okay, any questions about C?
You probably want questions on that.
Okay,
I mean, would you like me to discuss that?
you're welcome to discuss it if you desire. Proceed.
Okay, so I did want to, I sent that to y'all ahead of time. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was coming up in the next couple months, right? So I just kind of wanted to make sure that we knew we were spending the last of the ESSER money, right? So one of the things that we're going to ask you to do this month is go ahead and approve 2 stipends, one for the previously 14 approved part-of-staff schools, which you've already done. You need to add MOLO to that because their ESSER stipend has fallen off because they started the year before the others. So that needs to be approved tonight. So that is $5,500 for those 15 schools for certified staff. We also have, and it was mentioned in the JCI report, we have only until the end of September to spend ESSER money, right? And so what we're doing is sweeping the remaining ESSER money that we have as a stipend for all employees. And so that's going to be $1,325 or $925 for teachers and support staff. Next month, just to kind of give you an idea of what's coming up, next month would be the sales tax supplement. And by the way, the recruitment and retention that we just kind of talked about, that's the last year for it, as well as the ESSER stipend, remaining ESSER stipend. Both of those, since they're ESSER, those are no more. So this is the last year for both of those. The sales tax supplement gets approved at a October board meeting. So y'all are going to do that next month, paid on the October check to all employees. And we do have COMPAS stipends coming up on the November check, which is always there. It already exists in the salary schedule, so you don't need to adopt that. We do have the state supplement of the $2,000 for teachers, $1,000 for support staff. Pay that on the November check, and we'll do the state allocation is what's going to pay for that, and that's going to be adopted in the October 8th board meeting as well, and that's for all employees. And then later on in the year, we've got the differentiated compensation, the same as last year. We're going to pay it on the November check for our highly affected teachers, about $350, active teachers with a score of 4 on the 23-24 school year. You'll adopt that next month, as well as the differentiated compensation for the hardest staff and teacher leaders. The state tells us what areas we can spend that on, and that can be spent on certified K-12 SPED teachers, certified 6-12 math and science teachers, and anybody who serves as teacher leaders, mentors. And again, that's going to be adopted on the October 8th board meeting, paid on the January check. So I wanted to give you a summary of those. Any questions?
Any questions about the pay supplements? Go ahead, Reverend Wallace.
Just a quick question. I know it was discussed, or maybe mentioned earlier in reference to possibly some type of extension, but what, and I'm not sure about.
The extension has to do with basic.
My question is though, on the same topic, what is our actual balance, our remaining balance with the ESSER funds?
Zero.
I know that zero.
So, yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
what,
what I want to know.
yeah,
I know this month is going-
our goal here was to send back 0. And we have until, in a case like this, we have until September 30th to spend it. What Dr. Washington was referring to is if we needed to wait for something to say come in or something like that, we have that option there. That's not really the case here. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to buy anything else, because what ends up happening is this money ends up trickling down. So the pot itself. So since we know what is already out there and has come in, and we got the balance and we're ready to rock.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll get on that one. Where were we at? We're at C. Okay, any questions about D? All right, how about any questions about E? Okay, any questions about F? Perfect. Any questions about G? Any questions about H? Go ahead, Mr. Castillo.
One page consideration of ITEP. I thought the procedure had changed.
Yeah,
That's
I'll take that.
Yes, sir.
So the procedure did change. Now, each body appoints, it's, for us, it's our president, or the president, whether me or whoever else, to sit on a panel that reviews these and makes essentially just comments. That's the process now. This one was filed for before that process became the process. So this one's still operating under the pre-Governor Landry rules. That's why it is back to the board approving or denying. So an upvote for this would be an 80% extension, 80-20, right? So an upvote is an 80%, a downvote is killed, right? And then we can probably still be overruled by the Board of Commerce, right? But an upvote is not 100%, an upvote is 80%. Mr. O'Bannon.
That answered my question.
Yep. Are you good, Mr. Castillo? Any other questions about that one? Okay, that was H. Go ahead, Ms. Ayler.
So they can roll.
Probably. Yeah, we already have a motion of B through I. Mr. Bro went ahead with B through I. So I'm just asking questions on each one. How about any questions about I, high dosage tutoring? Okay, so now if there's no objections, we're gonna vote on all these at once. So if anybody wants to pull one out, if you want to pull, if it is more questionable than the other, I'll pull them out. Anybody? You want to pull H out? Okay.
I just wanted to ask on I.
Okay, go ahead.
So what exactly is this, and where are the, Studyville LLC out of?
Good question. And so Studyville LLC is out of Baton Rouge. They do also a lot of work over the past couple of years in Rapides. I talked to the folks in Rapides who have used them prior to this high dosage tutoring initiative, and with good results. It's face-to-face, so they send people to us. All this comes from money allocated from the state, so none of this comes from general fund. We're going to use the bulk of the money allocated from the state for this, and then the only other way we can use money is to offset and pay folks ourselves, and so we're going to use that to help some of these schools who already have tutors on site to be able to offset those two.
So are the people they hire, like they're sending them from Baton Rouge, or?
No, they're telling us they're local, and so it's probably going to be local folks that are here, but they're in charge of hiring everybody. They have to have background checks and all that kind of stuff. That's one of the things Mr. Belfour's talked to him about on the contract. But they are local folks who they will work for this company, basically contracted for this company to come and tutor our kids. The elementary department went out and basically met with each school to make sure that we're getting what they need, because we actually get allocated money not by school, but by kid who falls below a certain test score. That's how we get allocated.
So it does say here that they can hire subcontractors.
Yeah.
But they have to let us know that.
That's correct. So and that's one of the reasons is because they have to hire all the tutors. So we basically just hire them and they take it. We are only allowed, the only two ways we can spend money is we can either hire people ourselves and they have to be our employees, or we can pay a vendor that's on the approved list from the state. And Studyville is one of the vendors on that list.
And so you've basically always gotten is one reference, right, from these pairs? I guess it's so new that there's not a lot of this out there right now?
This is the first year that anybody has done the high dosage tutoring where they send us the money. They have been doing this, just having them come in and do tutoring prior to this. So we did talk to several folks that are there's not many folks on the list. And Studyville was one that we had talked to as well. And the difference with some of these is some didn't send folks, some it was virtual tutoring, some, was not tutoring, it was more like computer programs instead of tutoring. Some were virtual, but these were face-to-face and kind of wanted face-to-face for our kids. The good news is for these, it's all done in intervention time, right? So we're not pulling kids out of math, English, science, social studies in order to do this. There's a very prescribed method for both how much tutoring they get per cycle, as well as how we report everything back to the state. So this program itself is very prescribed in terms of how we spend the money and how we report and who we would spend the money on.
All right, Ms. Belford, do you have a comment?
Just to supplement what the superintendent mentioned, high dosage tutoring is required by state law and regulated by state law. It's a good job by the superintendent to get the state money to pay for it.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna vote on B through G, the ones that essentially have no questions, and then we're gonna do a separate vote on H and I. So we're going B through G. If there's no other concern, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, items B through G, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, B through G pass unanimously. Now we're moving on to H. Okay, only item H, consideration of ITEP Lottie Chemical. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, well, that wasn't very many. Let's do a roll call.
Ms. Ayer.
Is there any way we could do a pilot here? Front load this?
Pilots are not, that's not legal, I don't think. They had the camera pairs, went through that and lost, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, that's not legal. We wish it was.
So Ms. Ayer,
Yes.
Mr. Baumgartner,
Yes.
Mr. Bro,
Yes.
Mr. Castillo,
Yes.
Ms. Fontaine? I'm sorry, Ms. Fontaine.
Yes.
Ms. Gay, Mr. Hardesty,
Yes.
Ms. Hardy McReynolds,
Yes.
Mr. Natale,
Yes.
Mr. Ovanian, Mr. Pichon,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts, Mr. Tarver,
Yes.
Reverend Wallace,
No.
Dr. Washington.
Yes.
Passes.
Motion passes. Moving on to I, approval of amendment agreement with Studyville. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. It's finished. Okay, 10, we got nothing. 11, we got nothing. 12, we got nothing. 13, we got nothing. 14, condolences and recognitions. Let's start down there with Mr. Pichon.
None.
Go ahead, down the road.
condolence for Lindsay Foreman is the deceased, and her mom, Terry Cooley, is a bus driver here, and her daughter passed away last week.
No, go ahead, please.
I have one for Mr. Fred Franklin, who is a bus mechanic for us here at CPSB. His mother passed, Miss Lucy Mae Franklin.
Mr. Brooke? Ms. Fonda? Mr. Romay? You want to add Reverend Wallace's? Ms. Ayo? Okay, it's committee meeting, Budget Committee, September 24th, 2024, 5 p.m. It's the only committee meeting on the schedule. All in favor to adjourn, say aye. Well, actually, I guess we need a motion to adjourn. Yeah, right. Motion here, second, Dr. Washington, all in favor, say aye. We're adjourned.